Good evening, everyone. This is Bob Ichino from Path Trading Partners, along with my co-founder, Mike Arnold. This is another cryptocurrency educational series update. This one, however, is Litecoin. Looking at Litecoin here. Remember, these are educational videos. This is semi-real-time charts that you're seeing up there. We're not necessarily giving you trade recommendations. We're just educating you on the way that we analyze traditional markets and how well it works in cryptocurrency. So we're going to show you how that analysis would go on Litecoin. Mike, show them how we would set up a Litecoin chart. It is all yours.
Thank you very much, Bob. So, Litecoin update and education. So originally we had the trend line here, closed below it, into our advanced clear path. We talked about this being the target, came down there and did hit it. Then we redrew it. This was an official redraw after our last video. Came up to the rotation zone, which could have given a rotation zone short trade. Came back down below our trend line, hit the next target down, which was the end of a simple clear path. We now have another redraw down here, which could provide another trade should we drop back below this key point. We've since rallied. We rallied to the upper end of the trend line, or this rotation zone. We did not have a long trade. There was a potential trend line trade here, but we closed just shy of the rotation zone, so that could not trigger. And it did run up to the target area, but it was not something that gave us a high probability entry, so we could not do it. We do not attempt to catch every move. We attempt to catch the highest probability moves. Now we're having a fair amount of problems. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles trying to get through this prior breakdown zone. Let's take a look. Over here it was support, came resistance, went through there, became support. Now is resistance again. This is just basic support becoming resistance and resistance coming support ideas. If we do get above here, we could have a trend line trade. We may have a redraw. For safety, for calling it out in a video, we'd be watching for really a close above this 43.34 area. That would be the safest trade above the GAN, upper end of the GAN short rotation zone. Take us into a clear path with about a target of this 45.35, and you could raise your stop about this 44.39 area. So that's a scalpy long trade. Again, this could come down. We could get a first cross rotation, and then we'll see what happens. There's no other short trades yet. There's might be some very aggressive, but nothing we're looking to cover in this video. Let's again switch over to the daily chart to get a better idea of how things look on the daily. So here's our daily chart, and you can see that, let me get it a little better situated. This is what we're talking about. Here's that key area we're watching for on the 4 hour. You can see just above that we've talked about the 25% GAN level. This is the prior breakdown zone on the daily, so there's still a lot of overhead resistance, and we have a first cross rotation zone. So this is very, very risky. If you got above here, really about this 43.60 area on a closing basis, we are into a clear path, and that clear path could then target a potential move to right around the $47 mark. So we will be watching for that, because then the rotation zone would be out of the way. You'd have to be nimble because we do have this key GAN level at the prior breakdown zone. So this is where I wouldn't get very wide with stops, but it could eventually run back up here. If it can't get through this area, then we may be setting up for some more potential shorts. So we'll have to be watching for them, whether it's a short reversal pattern, meaning a reversal pattern enabling us to go short, or a potential trend line trade to the downside. That's all we're seeing right now in Litecoin, putting all these concepts together, the rotation zones, prior support and resistance, GAN levels, trend lines, to enable us to find some of these higher probability Litecoin trades. Turning it back over to you, Bob.
Thank you for that, Michael. Thanks to you guys for watching. Please hit like, subscribe, and leave us a comment if you'd like. Also, check out the Money Path Podcast. New episode number 80 is out there. You can find it at pathtradingpartners.com, or you can go to Google Play or the iTunes Store and type in the Money Path Podcast. There is a cryptocurrency segment in our podcast every week. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.